Estimados ministros, estimados delegados, señoras y señores, I'm very glad to be here with you to address la cuarta conferencia ministerial sobre la sociedad de la información en América Latina y el Caribe as chairman of BEREC, the body of European Regulators for Electronic Communications. Following the presentations this morning, I must confess I was impressed about the awareness that has been raised here and about the willingness of public authorities to implement high-speed broadband not as a luxury, but as a critical national infrastructure. We regulators are not politicians, but to some extent we have a highly political role to the extent we need to translate high-level political decisions into concrete rules for the market so as to produce consumer welfare. Let me briefly highlight the practical experience of BEREC so as to explore its potential role for promoting cooperation with our colleagues, regulators of Inglaterra in Latin America. BEREC was established in 2009 as a successor of ERG, the European Regulators Group. It provides an official and institutional cooperation framework between regulators of 27 different member states, states with different market conditions, different network infrastructures, and different competitive dynamics, as the case is in your region. BEREC is an independent body. We don't follow any orders nor any instructions by governments, by the European Commission, by operators, or by any third party. The main role of BEREC is to advise and assist the European Commission on issues related to electronic communications, including the promotion of a flagship political initiative called Digital Agenda for Europe. This ambitious broadband plan aims at making every European digital, irrespective of geographic location or social and economic condition. Our regulatory body also advises the European Parliament and the Council on matters related to the electronic communications sector. BEREC is composed of an executive board of regulators whose members are heads or representatives of the national regulatory authorities established in each member state with primary responsibility for overseeing the day-to-day operation of the national telecommunications markets. The European Commission and representatives of national regulatory authorities in the European Economic Area, together with the EU candidate countries, also participate as observers. In its daily operational work, BEREC is assisted by an office, a community body which was established with the same regulation and became operational in 2011. To fulfill our mandate, we at BEREC have developed a strategy, an annual work program, and we use adequate working methods to support it. For instance, in order to tackle complex questions, we create expert working groups formed by engineers, by economists, by lawyers from all national authorities. We develop complex economic models to check the balance, that is to say the triple play products offered by operators, combining high-speed internet access, voice, and content services. We also test the eventual margin squeeze or predatory pricing applied by operators that have significant market power. In order to identify operators with significant market power, we conduct the so-called market analysis every 2 or 3 years to identify those operators on which we impose obligations in form of remedies. That is to say, we oblige them to grant access to their networks to third parties under fair, transparent, and non-discriminatory conditions. In terms of wholesale pricing, in terms of fault repairing, in terms of delivery time frame of lease facilities, and so on and so forth. Consistent with body's medium-term strategy and the European Digital Agenda, our joint action for this year comprises three main areas of work, namely boosting the rollout of next-generation networks, consumer empowerment and protection, and boosting the European internal market. In the first area of work, we seek to promote regulatory approaches and practices that enhance competition and provide the right incentives for investment in new fixed and mobile broadband high-speed networks across Europe. Those networks are considered as dynamic tools to provide services such as education, healthcare, entertainment, social networking, and other services to all European citizens. In the second area, we address issues such as the support for users with disabilities so as to allow them to participate under equal terms to the information society. We foster internet openness, net neutrality, tariff transparency, and quality of service. In the third area, we prioritize the implementation of the new roaming regulation, seeking to introduce effective competition in the roaming market in Europe, so as to offer consumers attractive prices when traveling abroad. We also support the promotion of cross-border services and the development of machine-to-machine communications. Through the fruitful cooperation among regulators, BEREC has gained maturity and visibility among all stakeholders in the electronic communications sector in Europe. We would like to define terms of cooperation with our Latin American regulators on various levels, namely, provide them, if necessary, training and exchange regulatory expertise, exchange regulatory best practices, eventually form joint expert working groups, address organizational and governance issues, which we believe will allow Euratel to become even more effective for the markets, the citizens, and the economy. Ladies and gentlemen, Europe and Latin America have strong cultural and economic ties. We do believe that cooperation and sharing of expertise between us will be mutually beneficial so as to promote an all-inclusive information society. Gracias por su atención.